Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Half Time show. Benton in the building along with the family. George, Wagwan, are you still?
Well, I'm good. And I must commend you on your Tony Cozier-like performance last night. Commentating on that cricket game, a very entertaining CPL game.
Yeah, me do that make up. Hey, CPL. Yo, the biggest party in sports. Yo, how could we not move ball chat to CPL next year, 2026? We have to pick up a fundraiser because we have to go do some on-location broadcasting.
And the scenery is quite nice. The scenery, I must say,
yes, I mean
it brings out the natural spices of the Caribbean islands.
Exactly, sir. Halftime show family, big up to all the new subscribers. I want to give a warm welcome to the BCN Sports family. BCN Sports is all things sports, created by fans for fans. So on tonight's discussion, or tonight's topics, we're going to discuss transfer news, massive breaking news. Junior, we have to start with this one. Eberiche Eze seems to be on his way to Arsenal. And I'm going to let you get what you need to get in regarding this dude. It's not official yet, but it seems like it's highly likely. And then, get your thoughts in, because I have some other things to add afterwards.
Well, I will start off by saying 7 days ago, I did say look out for the wingers because the left wing was going to be pivotal over the next couple of days or a couple of weeks in the transfer market, right? And now Eze is the first domino to fall. I expect to see many more dominoes now to fall because guess what? Tottenham, that was eyeing Eze, were odds on to sign Eze, not getting Eze. Maybe they might call Newcastle now. I mean, so we saw Rodrigo on the bench Saturday, look pissed off.
Tuesday during Real Madrid
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday. He looked very unhappy. So that left wing position, Eze, the first domino to fall, is he the missing piece for Arsenal? Looking at the game against Manchester United, Arsenal only had like 38% of possession of the game. Martinelli was non-existent. I can argue if they had Eze, they probably wouldn't need that corner to score. So they are now a more complete team. And I'm assuming this transfer goes through. But this is a major domino to fall.
Yeah, a major domino. Of course, you said pending that it does go over the line, but all indications that it will, based on multiple reports, BBC, Fabrizio Romano, and others. Of course, Fabrizio Romano, the oracle when it comes to transfer news. By the way, this is Halftime Show, BCN Sports Halftime Show. So if any new subscribers or listeners wants to chime in, you can call in. We're going to drop the link in a second. You also can, leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts on this Eberiche Eze transfer, potential move to Arsenal. Junior, £60 million pounds. Seems to be the. I don't think Eberiche Eze is a £60 million baller. That's a bargain. Because
it's a bargain.
And in fact, I said this last show. No, the show before our last show. We've done so many shows recently. When we discussed, I think, transfer news, I flat out says there's no way Arsenal will get this player. So I'll be on record and said I am absolutely wrong. And the reason why I said there's no way Arsenal will get this player is that I expected a high transfer target, 80, closer to 100 million pounds for this baller. 60 million?
Yeah, yeah. That's just you know it. There is a conversation to be had around transfers because that's what we talked about last week when I said that with Eze and Newcastle turning on 110 million, the market was set for strikers. And Liverpool forward supposedly with their first offer or their first official offer of 110 million, and Newcastle turned it down, and we all said they were crazy. Like, why would you turn that down? Now that the market is set again, because right now the market is set 60 million for Eze, right? Garnacho is reportedly going for 30 million plus add-ons, which will escalate to 50 million to Chelsea with a possible sell-on clause. This $60 million valuation for Eze might cut that $50 million down a little bit because Chelsea was looking at him and said, hold on. Eze is a top baller going for 60. Nobody can come to me and ask me for anybody that is equitable or valued a little bit less than Eze and talk about 80, 90, 100. So the market is now reset. How does this affect Isaac's deal? Because it will affect him moving in England. There's no way an attacker of Eze's caliber goes for 60 million and Isaac will come up now and go for twice as much. 110, 120, that's crazy. That is ludicrous. So a lot of changes are coming to the transfer market, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. But there's a butterfly effect. I argued that Lenny Yoro's transfer to Manchester United was a butterfly effect that was felt in Spain, at Real Madrid, and also at Manchester United. Eze going to Arsenal is going to create a butterfly effect. What happens to Martinelli? What happens to Gabriel Jesus? How does Tottenham? How does this affect Tottenham? What does Chelsea do in their pursuit of a left winger right now? Where does Rodrigo fall? So it's a lot of things going to come out of this. A lot.
You know, Eze has 2 more years remaining on his current Crystal Palace contract. According to the source here, AI Overview says Crystal Palace his contract originally ran until 2025, but was extended until 2027 on November 2023. So, you know, as it pertains to Spurs, you know, I think I saw the headline here is that Arsenal's ruthless coup shows intent, leaving Spurs stunned. I mean, I think that's a little bit overblown headline. I mean, Spurs stunned. Come on. Spurs not in a Premier League title race. Let's get that out of the way. Spurs is not a Premier League title contending team. Spurs is a team that's contending for some other trophy. So the mere fact that Spurs was in the hunt for Eze over Arsenal and almost signed Eze ahead of Arsenal is utter madness. But the mere fact that Arsenal roll in and potentially get Eze, that means that we cannot hear anything about Excuse FC this year, providing that these players remain healthy. We cannot hear anything about Excuse FC, and we cannot hear anything about Netflix FC if these players healthy, because you keep Eze, and I think if you get Eze, don't worry about a Martinelli. Don't worry about offloading any of those left wingers. You keep those players. Kai Havertz pick up an injury. You now have somebody who you tell to Martin Odegaard that I can bench you. I don't need to depend on you in those big games, because clearly in some of those big games you have not come to the party as a captain, as a man who's supposed to be leading this group. So absolutely, and this probably shows Arsenal aggressive intent, Junior, all or none this year in terms of winning the Premier League, Bridget.
Look, and salute to Goldbridge, salute to all of the football pundits out there. I'm not talking the big news media pundits, but the influencers. My boy were a flex. Couple others that I watch. The youth will do Tottenham. Tottenham's one. The brother were funny. Funny as in crack a lot of jokes. They are the ones that I'm stealing this idea from about the Champions League being the Super League and the money that is afforded to these teams. We are going to see teams now being able to spend in ways that we never seen them spend before. Plus, with these markets now, with the TV deals, also with the stadiums now starting to slowly adapt the NFL seat licensing model, more money is at their disposal. With the players them complaining about being overworked and tired and more money is now being deployed to make the squads bigger. That's what we're heading to. Football is changing in front of our eyes. And we're going to see the rich get richer based on their qualifications for Champions League and money being spent. I agree with you, though. Arsenal's only weakness to me, and I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again, their only weakness to me is Arteta. And how does Arteta approach games? There also is a midfield problem. I don't know if it's going to last, but Zubimendi and Declan Rice has very poor chemistry together. It almost reminds me of Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo early at Chelsea. The same kind of problem the two of them have played together. So I would say Caicedo and Enzo kind of figure themselves out a little bit. We'll see if Declan Rice or Zubimendi can do it. But I agree with you. No more excuses. Big up to BM. BM says, greetings, BCN. I don't know anything about cricket. I'm back for football. Michelle says, big up, ball chat.
The cricket score, right?
Piss off, BM. Shepherd's News, big up. BM says, I heard Liam Bailey. We still talk about that. Liam Bailey. We still talk about that, BM. That is forwarding. Michelle says, Tottenham battled Eze as with everything else. So Spursy. Why, that's such a blue London comment right there.
CPL T20 update. Antigua Barbuda Falcons 152 for 6 and then in the 20th over versus the Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders. All right. There you go, BM. We cover cricket. All right. So when do we expect this thing to get finished? In the next 48 hours?
I think. Look, I followed up the whole of the
again tonight. Anthony Taylor, tonight's referee, blows the first whistle.
And Junior was watching cricket or football or something.
Well, I'm doing my research. But I saw something, and trust me, I might sound like I'm going around the world, but it's related. I was following the Believer pursuit by Manchester United. And Brighton refused to give Manchester United a price. And Manchester United refused to go to Brighton with a price. They were literally at loggerheads. Manchester United saying, no, I am not going to offer something. You tell me what you want for the baller. And Brighton is saying, no, I'm not going to tell you what me want for the baller. You give me a price and me tell you if I like it. What we see now with Arsenal, and this is, and you know what? This is typical Arsenal. And this story might very well go like Luis Suarez. Remember Arsenal with the transfer fee plus 1 penny, right?
One penny above the release clause.
Right. So we sit down now and say, but we sit down now and saying, damn, Arsenal really struck goal with Eze. 60 million, that's too cheap. Well, that is typical Arsenal. Now, if Tottenham really want Eze, Tottenham forward with 75. And now Eze will say, well, you kind of value me better, and I believe in Thomas Frank more than I believe in Arteta, and we have Luis Suarez 2.0. And that very well might be what we're seeing, because nothing has been signed as yet. And Crystal Palace would be dumb to let them baller go. If Newcastle is turning down 110 million for Alexander Isak, why the hell is Crystal Palace turning down? Why would Crystal Palace take 60 million for Eze when you can possibly get 80, 90? All you need is another team to come in now and say, oh, I heard Arsenal paying 60. I will give you 65. And then now Arsenal have a come back and say, I will give you 65 and 1 cent. So we don't know. Watch your space. But I think because Rodrigo is out there, I think because in a very distant second place, Garnacho is out there. In a very distant third place, maybe they can kick the tires on Martinelli. You have other options there for the left wing, assuming this deal goes through. But it would not surprise me if this is a Suarez 2.2. It wouldn't surprise me.
So I thought Fabrizio Romano reported that the club's already agreed on the transfer amount for the player. Now it's up to Arsenal to now make a deal with Eze. Is that accurate?
Let me pull it up. I think that sounds accurate, but let me pull it up. Okay, I'll give you the exact quote.
I don't remember the ins and outs of this deal, but like you said, nothing is guaranteed until it's done, right? It's not done until it's done, until it's over the line, the player is signed and sealed. But you spoke about new Crystal Palace, and it does bring to mind this idea, like we always, at least I know in large part, focus on the big club, or the big clubs, receiving those players. The side are must now. They must win trophy. But what does it say for Crystal Palace? Because Crystal Palace was very competitive. We saw them over the weekend against Chelsea. We saw what they did last year in achieving some historical achievements. I mean, not only them make Europe, but them do other big things. So what does it mean for Oliver Glasner and Crystal Palace? You have Philippe Mateta. You have Ismail Assar. These are players who surely is not going to be like, Brechin, me just going to stay here so because, one of the ball are gone. How do they achieve this objective now?
You haven't even called the biggest baller left on the team.
Adam Wharton.
Adam Wharton.
Yeah,
right.
So how do you keep the other pieces happy? Because that would tell the other players that you are not committed to this project of winning.
Oh, that's that's what you think? You sure? Because I just get 60 million for Eze. Is it Guehi? Liverpool still want Guehi, right? Which is another domino that might fall out of Crystal Palace stable. And we saw how Guehi reacted with the coach. You saw that, right?
No, I didn't.
I think I posted the video. The coach was calling over Guehi after the game while they were cheering to the fans, and Guehi looked at the coach and said, "Yo, move for yourself, walk off." I post it in the chat. But their dominoes left to fall. But guess what? Just like how the big teams come and pillage this side, what is stopping this team with their newfound riches from pillaging other teams? Because guess what? Eze, we like you, just like how we like Olise. Are you gone? Fine. Olise gone to Bayern Munich, gone to greener pastures. We bumped Eze up. Eze now going on to greener pastures. Oh my gosh. Me as Crystal Palace, what am I going to do? Is there a player out there that we have seen that is Premier League proven that we sit down and say, why is this player still playing on this team? Oh, I know a player, Benton. I will go to Bournemouth. Semenyo, I have 60 million. Bournemouth, I give you 45 million for Semenyo. Come on, Semenyo. Come and me bump you up. No, I come bump up Olise. So all it is just going to have teams just matriculate up, and bring in players. We saw Newcastle did that with Elanga. Not taking from Nottingham Forest and give you something better. Why can't Crystal
That's a
Palace do the same
downgrade
thing?
for Newcastle.
That is your opinion. But why can't Crystal Palace do the same thing for
Based
Sevilla?
on match day 1, that was a significant downgrade for Newcastle.
Who cares? Them spend their money.
Because and this is the risk that you run, is trying to upgrade average ballers to things that them can to heights them can't reach.
Same thing can be said about Eze going to Arsenal, because we don't know what that's going to transcribe into. So it's a gamble. And I agree it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
But when you go to Arsenal, you don't have to essentially go in and be a man. You play a role in a club that already have big pieces around you. Whereas, what's his face? When they look at brother Elanga on that right wing on Saturday, with Isaac being out, and Anthony Gordon, of course, he was hanging out, looking to move or looking for a better contract last year, playing down the middle. There was a lot of focus on this new transfer at Elanga. What can he give them? Which was basically nothing. Of course, it's early warm and early days yet for them.
And the whole of Newcastle gave them nothing.
Yeah.
Whole of Newcastle couldn't score against 10-man Aston Villa. But they couldn't score against 10-man Aston Villa. So it's a Newcastle problem.
And the problem is that they gave it to Elanga.
Okay.
Right? Because didn't he miss a couple chances? And it was a bit surprising to me, because he did quite well at Forest.
But it's only game 1. Relax.
Game 1. Fair enough, game 1. Player looked like him already mentally shook when he walked off that park Saturday.
Yeah.
So, Mark Guehi, what's the latest regarding his you're gonna be BCN Sports transfer oracle? Cause we know say you follow transfer news.
You're supposed to get if you Google Guehi video coach.
Oh yeah, so that video where you posted in the chat.
So if you Google Mark Guehi, ignore Oliver Glasner. It's there, so make everybody can see it.
Is there gonna be here it is on Reddit. All right, pulling this video up. There you go. There's Oliver Glasner walking over to Guehi. Wait, the captain now walk will leave him on, sir. Watch out. What is this? At least Felipe Mateta walked over and shook the coach's hand and like, what? Felipe Mateta says, what's going on with that idiot? What's going on with him?
Oh, that's why I'm saying. Mateta was asking, yo, you good? Everything good?
Yo, Felipe Mateta said, what's going on with the idiot there?
And they kept saying it during the game that pretty much they were letting it out the bag that Eze is leaving. So maybe Glasner and the team made everybody aware that Eze was leaving, while Guehi is not being allowed to go to Liverpool. So that might be why Guehi is angry.
All right. And this brings up a larger discussion, because we're probably going to have a look at debate about players and player position and how they respond during this transfer saga. Alexander Isak come front and center. But before we get to that particular one, so using that Guehi, because Guehi in this video directly recognized that Glasner called him or shouted at him, so he heard him. He looked at him and then he walked. So what going on, sir?
He's obviously disgruntled. He's going to play not to pull down his value, but he's obviously not on the same page with the coach. And you see, at times I remember these are grown men, grown adults, grown athletes. Grown pitney. No. Actually, if they were kids, it would be easier to coach them. If they were kids, you can have a more control over them. But because they are adults, they are rich adults at that, you can't really dictate to them how they should think, how they should feel. So you have to have some kind of communication and some kind of understanding. Because we can't go straight to Isaac right now. There were rumblings of Isaac leaving Newcastle Christmas last year. There were rumblings of him leaving. There were talks of what can Newcastle do to keep his Isaac. That means that he was gone. That means that the reporters knew he was going to leave. And if the reporters knew he's going to leave, that means his agent and the team had some form of communication about him leaving. And the team want to play hardball. No, we're not going to make you go so easy. We're not going to make you know up front because we don't want to put you in a shop window. If we put you in a shop window, your value go all the way down. We want your value to stay at its highest. We want it to look like we need you. So this is where them have a problem now in this miscommunication, and then it reach ahead when them have 2 weeks left in the transfer window, 3 weeks left in the transfer window, and the player and the agent sitting down there saying, wait a minute. You said we were going to facilitate a move. I went and I got Liverpool to the table. I went and I got Liverpool to put 110 million on the table. And you walk away from it? No, brother, you break with trust.
So, wait, so what happened? Did Liverpool make an offer for Guehi?
Yes. I don't know. I think the report is Liverpool has kicked the tires. I don't think there has been an official offer. I don't think.
£35 million according to the BBC. This is an article. Crystal Palace. This is an article, transfer update from BBC Sports. What the BBC are going on, sir? Liverpool and Palace have held talks about a possible $35 million deal for defender Mark Guehi, 25 to Anfield before the deadline. £35 million?
Well, that's a start. You tell them say no 50, and then you meet halfway in the middle.
How much was Newcastle looking to pay for Guehi last year? Didn't they offer that big money for him?
I don't know. But you have so much. You have so much other defenders out there. Why Liverpool don't go for up in Makano? Kim. You have so much defenders out there.
Bayern Munich up in Makano. I'm joking, man. Minjay, and did you say what? Minjay Kim? I'm to your brethren. No, come on. Up in Makano. I'm a madman. That. Big up yourself to Diet up in Makano, but no, sir. But all right, so the transfer news landscape. First and foremost, Eberechi Eze seems to be on his way to Arsenal, but we don't know yet. It's not official. But seems BBC, Fabrizio Romano, and others are reporting it's inevitable.
Per Romano, he said that the teams have agreed.
Okay.
Which is weird because normally the team and the player normally agree first. Okay. So it seems like Arsenal is at odds with Eze now. So now they have to find an agreement with Eze, and apparently Eze is keen to join the Arsenal project. But normally, your agent go talk to the team and the team that you want to transfer to and say, look, we want to come over here. So here's this we're looking at this salary. Just figure out how to get me here, right? We are interested in coming here. So if you come to the team and you tell them, say you want us, we're not going to say no. We're not going to embarrass you and say no. So it's kind of weird that that is what is holding this up right now is Arsenal and Eze's communication or negotiation, which normally signal them not going to meet each other at a good point, which leave it open because now other teams know how much it costs to get Eze. So if me come to Crystal Palace and say, yo, Crystal Palace, 62 million, here it is. It's more than what Arsenal offering you. Eze, let me talk to you about our project. And if Eze say, okay, let me listen to you and see what you say. he can now say, I'd rather go to that team over this team because now the money is on the table. Right? So this is where it becomes money football. So I think there's more to come. If Crystal Palace, if Romano don't give a here we go tomorrow with Eze to Arsenal, I cannot see why I can't see why a team don't come in and just say, yo, let me see if I can get Eze. I already know how much it costs. Chelsea looking for a left winger, them trying to sign Garnacho. You going to tell me say you would have picked Eze over Garnacho? And you know it, you already know, Chelsea already know it costs 60 million for Eze. No communication needed. 61 million. Come Eze, come let me talk to you. So Arsenal better.
10 years contract, brother. The man
10 years.
want a 10 years contract.
10 years, 275,000 a week. Really?
If put to yourself before we leave this one, I want to ask you a question regarding Oliver Glasner. Maybe some would say, and I would probably say, an underrated manager. FA Cup title with Crystal Palace, Europa League title with Eintracht Frankfurt. Here he is doing something with Crystal Palace, achieve above expectations, way above expectations. And do you think Oliver Glasner now, put yourself in the shoe as a manager, kind of explore his options and maybe look and say the first big club or other club that comes along, we just jump away?
Newcastle.
Because, I mean, ownership Parish, I mean, what's his name? Steve Parish. They haven't made any transfers in, Crystal Palace that is. And they're looking to lose some of their key players.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't just let these players go for free. I'm sure they have some contingency plan. I know, coaches, as you know, have A-type personality and they feel like they can turn water into wine. So part of that kind of kicks into, and Glasgow might take it as a challenge. Let me see if I can build up the academy players. Let me see if I can bring in this young baller and replace Eze. Because Eze, look, as good as Eze is, he's 27. So you would be more, I don't think Eze is going to see a bigger contract than he's seen right now for the rest of his career. Because after the next 3 years, you're 30, 31, you're downhill after that. So was it the right time for him to go? Yes. So maybe they have a contingency. Maybe they have a plan in place. And Glasgow now will be banking on his kahunas to carry them over the top. Because they are an attractive team. If you are a mid-tier baller, if you are Semenyo, if you are a Central American starlet that is not quite ready for Barcelona, not quite ready for Real Madrid, why can't you go to Crystal Palace and cut your teeth there? Why can't Glasgow attract those players? Why can't Glasgow attract that young French baller or that African baller that is showing great promise, but the bigger teams are really swept them up yet?
This could be friends over that side. I joke this to box cover.
You will see. We will see. I think it's an intriguing prospect.
Yep. All right. Now to the other major story. Alexander Isak. Letters and back and forth statements, family. Isak put out a statement yesterday. And the crux of the statement from Isak said, quote, promises were broken and trust is lost, end quote. That's what the cornerstone of his statement. And then Newcastle fired back hours later saying no commitment has ever been made that Alex can leave this summer. So you have a baller who you want has 3 more years on his contract, highest paid baller at the club right now, I think, if I need to pull up these numbers. If not the highest, one of the highest, definitely. The baller saying that promises were broken in a statement putting out to the world that means that him done with this club, yeah, if I'm reading between the lines. And the club, I say, brother, we never tell you, say, you're going nowhere this year. You can come back into the family. What really are going over this place there?
You know, you said it right last week. I must commend you on that great insight. And I don't hear a lot of people out there saying this. I hear a lot of people out there either bashing Isaac and supporting the team or bashing the team and supporting Isaac. But there's a middle ground. The middle ground is they don't have a sporting director. And they are acting like a team that doesn't have a sporting director. Zlatan did a post. I will know Isaac is Swedish and Zlatan is the Swedish Lion. So Zlatan did a post. As Zlatan said, like when I said, basically Newcastle is a calling club team and Isaac bigger than Newcastle. So him to have Isaac, I keep saying Isaac.
Zlatan would have said.
That's literally what the bad post. The bad say, yo, you're a calling cup team. No matter try win big major trophy. What we worry about you are the calling cup.
Pull up the Zlatan. Is a video? Is another video?
No, it's a Instagram post.
Okay.
So like him saying he's following the situation and he's Swedish and Isaac want to be like Zlatan. So for him to be like Zlatan, he must leave this idiot side and go to a big side. Right? And it's funny at the time, and we will all say that's Zlatan being Zlatan, right? However, when no, that's a 7 months ago. Go up. The first post. I think the very first thing on the page
the
was
Swedish boy, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, man, that boy I call big man boy. Okay, here it is. On August 16th, Zlatan says he's a Swedish boy. And quote, he's a Swedish boy. He knows he needs to fill in my shoes. But playing for a Carabao Cup football club will not allow him to even come close to a lot of titles which I have won. Mercy, brother. So Newcastle United must understand they were playing for Isaac, not the other way around. So he released Newcastle from his life. That's how a Swedish man rolls. Soon he will play for league titles. Carabao Cup is indeed not our type. Wait, hold on. So Newcastle United must understand that they were playing for Isaac, not the other way around.
So hold on. That's 4 days ago, right?
Yeah, this is August 16th.
Yeah. So we will sit down and hear that and watch it and say, oh, that's what Zlatan being Zlatan, him being a troll, right? And then Isaac put out his letter, which pretty much is a nicer way of saying what Zlatan said, right? And what did Newcastle do in return? Do exactly what Zlatan said they were. They were playing for Isaac. So that's why Newcastle come over and said, yo, Alexander, I know you disrespect we, and I apologize for letting you disrespect us. Please forgive us. We won't let you disrespect us again. You can come back and be one with us. We will forgive you for disrespecting us. And I hope you can forgive me for allowing you to disrespect me. They turn themselves into one little female dog.
Big up all the female dogs and all that.
No, but I'm big on the female dog then.
He said, quote, so Newcastle United must understand they were playing for Isaac, not the other way around. So he released Newcastle from his life. That's how a Swedish man rolls. Soon he will be playing for league titles. Carabao Cup is indeed not our type, end quote. Oh, the BBC are going over.
You know what it is like, Benton? And I could have done the Jamaican man thing, but I am going to go the reverse way. This is like a woman. This is like a woman working as a CEO of a big company, making $850,000 a year plus bonus. And she have her husband and her husband fried chicken at Publix. And she look at the husband and say, yo, I'm going to step up the game, you know. You just make 80,000 a year, 60,000 a year. We need to move on. Okay, go on with your business. And the mother said, no, baby, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. I just said, no, man, go on, man.
Yeah, because the man don't want the CEO money go ahead. The yard man don't want the CEO money leave. Yo, I always think, you don't think yard man are going to work. Yard man do whatever. That's a yard man bridging right now. I wash pot and clean house to keep CEO money.
Yo, my attack, no. What I want, could I watch a year? This I want to fight with tomorrow. No.
Definitely I get the analogy, but so basically with these statements out, there's no way back for Alexander Isak.
Hell, there's no way back for Newcastle. Forget about Alexander Isak. There's no way back for Newcastle. They need to hire a sporting director, like yesterday. And they need to hire a strong sporting director. Right now, if I was a sporting director, if I was the owner of Newcastle, I'm cleaning house. I'm hiring a sporting director and say, Bridget, come in. Your first order of business, bill a staff, coach, everything. We're cleaning house. Because the man are disrespectful, brother. We are disrespected.
I've actually moved somewhat on this. I said before, Newcastle wants what, 150 million pounds is a going rate, I think was reported. And basically I'm at the stage right now. Clearly the man don't want you, Bridget. Well, not Bridget. The man don't want you. Or the girl don't want, you know what. Clearly Isak does not want to pay for Newcastle anymore. Take the 120 million pounds or 110 million pounds plus add-ons and move on with your life. Because what's the sense Newcastle holds out here? You mentioned a few days ago. It gets closer to the transfer window and this 110 million pound is off the table. So now you have a disgruntled player that you might even desperately have to move. What are you going to do? Find him to try to force him to play in the Premier League? And if he does play, will he give you everything? No. So just Yardman are random people. This we need to start with some cartoon where some Jamaicans are manage and run them club right now. So what? Tell us about him mother such and such. Yo, run him where?
No.
That is exactly what a Yardman owner would have done. Tell him yo, pick up, come on for time club. Come on.
Hey, the Jamaica owner will say, Isaac what? Show him a map of the world. Want you show him China. Want you show him Brazil. Want you show him Arctic Circle. I want you show him Australia. You know what that is? I want to say what? Every which part now send it for go look for him.
Yo, bad man things. Newcastle. All right, you know what? We have played the role as Newcastle sporting director. Bad man things, big man things. Isak, forward. Guana Road. Liverpool, forward 120 million pounds. And Isak, go on. It was nice knowing your brethren. Thanks for your goals them on the trophy. Do road. See you. When we play Liverpool, and 2 kick up you get. 1 clean up round the aisle 4. You're out the whole season. Yo, we're calling Hagler. Yo, you see coach? Anyhow, make sure the Hagler play the game and Isak him a target, you know. What up him bum? And for the non-Jamaican listeners, that's how the Jamaican owner of Newcastle would deal with this Isak thing. I mean, the bottom line is that you have a player who does not want to play for you anymore. He has 3 years remaining on the contract. I saw Neymar, the fancy baller, who picked up 6-0 from Vasco da Gama the other night. The Neymar, the fancy baller at Football Club Barcelona, took 200 million euros and go in a Barcelona sporting office and say, yo, on a go dig out such and such, I am leaving. Here's a 200 million release clause, and take away himself. From that moment, I realized that these contracts are not set in stones. Let the ball go. Let the ball go. Let the ball go, family. Let the ball go. Junior, how do you see this one shaking out?
I think there's going to be more twists and turns on this. I think it wouldn't surprise me if it even go to courts.
Go to the court of arbitration.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, but what
this
kind of
might
legal
get
argument is that whosoever go to court have? What? Infringing upon his employment rights?
For him to act the way he's acting, he must have a pretty strong case, and you never know. He might have had some email sent from the last sporting director, or some message stored, some voicemail, or something, or some recording out there. There's something for him to be standing this steadfast. That means that he must have had something concrete from Newcastle saying, we are going to let you go. And Newcastle, because they do have a sporting director, changing in them direction of thought and not knowing what was promised before, it might get ugly.
May I ask you this? Is there any potential for tampering here by Liverpool? If Liverpool owner is a yardman, so we did the yardman ownership over Newcastle, would I tell Isaac about him clot and make him go on the road? Liverpool owner is a yardman, and probably tell Isaac agent and talk to Isaac round a corner and say, yo brother, we are sending a thing for you now. And Liverpool alone you play for. We have you. Do you think some of that has occurred? Because it sounds like Liverpool...
You're box the agent, you know. So you have different type of Jamaican mentality. You have the outer west mentality. So Benton, you have the Reno mentality. Right? That's the Reno mentality. I have the Portmore mentality. And the Portmore mentality is, yo, if you do that to Newcastle, you might want to come do that to me. So I'm going to box your agent first. I'm going to shut him a box first.
No, but clearly, Junior, the fact that he only wants Liverpool suggests that Liverpool must have spoken to him.
That's why I'm not going to gunbutt the agent. I'm going to box the agent. We're not going to threaten him life. That's how I make him do. I make him ears ring for a good 3 hours and say, look, we're going to make this thing work out so your baller can play, you know, but him have to be under manners when him reach. We're not in that. We don't play like that over here, you know. Zine? So we're going to sort this out, but make sure you have your manners in check. All right. I don't want to have this conversation again. Be balance up the box. You just get one side. Be balance it.
Michelle said this Isaac saga is crazy now. It's like a soap opera. Well, that's Isaac Saga Derby on Monday will be lit.
Yep. Newcastle versus Liverpool Monday. And I said that Sunday, I said maybe it'll be ironic to see where Isaac is by then. Well, maybe Newcastle might be waiting till after Monday for the deal. You never know. You never know. They might be waiting till after Monday. They don't want to send Isaac and then Newcastle go unveil. Liverpool go unveil him versus Newcastle. He won't play against Newcastle, but unveil him. And they might want not have that headline. So we'll see.
He posted a statement why he wasn't in attendance at the PFA Association Awards Gala. He says, I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. Blah, blah, blah. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can continue. That's where things are for me right now, and why change is in the best interest for everyone, not just myself. And of course, Newcastle said we are clear in response to Alex remains under contract, and no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle United this summer. So clearly, there's
that
some miscommunication or somebody alive.
yes, yes, and that statement by Newcastle might be damaging. And again, that's what I tell you. No sporting director; those are legally binding statements. You can't say that Newcastle if you're not sure. And if Isaac come out and say it, you cannot retort if you're not 100% sure. Isaac can say, me or my agent. It's only two people. Newcastle cannot say we, because we could be 100 people. What if the janitor say, yo, hey, Isaac, I heard that you're leaving. I heard from such and such that you're leaving. That could be a legally binding statement. It's dangerous. So we'll see. I think there's a lot more to come.
I've watched Alexander Isak. Of course, a youth from African ancestry, just like a lot all the way. But recent generation to Sweden, right? And the youth was always humble. But when he was at Sociedad, humble youth. Since he moved with Zlatan and in his Sweden national team, things just move away. I mean, I think he damaged a bit of his brand here. Now, granted, he probably have a bag of money and his brand probably don't matter. He goes to Liverpool or wherever he ends up and score a bag of goals. But I lost a little bit of that Alexander highness that I used to have, because I used to have him in high regard. The fact that, and the reason being is this. Brother, you want to leave the club. We know that. Nobody make your agent deal with them things there. You know, come out and put out no stalking.
No, but that's the agent.
This is why you pay an agent. You're not supposed to look dirty in a transfer. This is why you pay a junior. Junior's supposed to be in background. Him supposed to be the dirty work. Him supposed to do all the legal activities to get you to move. You're supposed to be clean.
You think that was a handwritten note by Alexander Isak?
Well, handwritten.
Really?
The agent write it. Well,
the agent write that.
The agent needs to post it under the agent.
No, the agent can't post it. It has to be posted by the player. It carries more weight from the player.
Because then the brand Isak lose a little thing with me.
All right, Benton. Did you know? All right, Wayne Rooney. You would think Wayne Rooney is one of the.
Say Brady, shame him weight.
Forget about Brady. We will say Wayne Rooney is a legendary Manchester United striker, don't it?
I think so, yes.
Did you remember Wayne Rooney saying he would sign for City?
No, I don't remember that.
All right. Alan Shearer. You would say Alan Shearer is a great Newcastle striker, don't it?
Yes, I would say that.
Did you remember Alan Shearer threatening to go to Liverpool?
For the right price, he probably would.
No, he was going to go to Liverpool for the price. And Newcastle had to fuck up the money and break themselves in the bank. Carlos Tevez, great Argentinian striker.
And then the rebuttal point to that is this. Wayne Rooney, he was at Manchester United when he was an excellent side. Remember, when Manchester United turned Duppy team are not so good, Paul Pogba was on the verge of signing for Man City, wasn't he? Cristiano Ronaldo apparently was on the verge of signing for Man City a few seasons ago.
Right. So, but then Cristiano Ronaldo is still those things doesn't hurt his brand. What you're saying right now, what I'm saying is that what this Isak saga is not going to hurt his brand. Okay. He goes to Liverpool and scores a bag of goals. Nobody remembers Newcastle. He goes to Napoli, scores a bag of goals. Nobody remembers Newcastle. This is just going to be another day. It won't hurt his brand.
He cannot go nowhere but Liverpool, in my opinion.
Napoli can come calling. Napoli is talking about they want Rasmus Highland. Really?
Napoli are a serious football club right now. A big side ball game, this brother. If he goes to Napoli, it's almost equivalent to going to Atletico Madrid in La Liga.
I was going to say Atletico Madrid was the next side that will come calling.
I mean, you need to go. You've already gone through the mid to upper level teams. Now you need to be at the top of the tree. And the top of the tree is either Barca, Real Madrid, Liverpool. These are the big clubs. Man City. These are the big clubs. And he's that big of a striker. You know, go ahead and look at that club there, brother.
We'll see.
BM says the Swedish ballers them seem to be full of themselves. Remember when Arsene Wenger brought a teenage Zlatan to Arsenal for trial? Zlatan told Wenger he doesn't do trials.
Yeah, because in that interview, Zlatan said, "Yo, Arsene Wenger, big Arsenal."
Zlatan told
say,
Wenger,
"Yo,
you either sign me or leave me alone.
yeah." Because the man in the interview, the man say, "Yo, Thierry Henry, Bergkamp is coming to that big side and Riri." And the man say, "Coming at the office and Wenger look at him and say, all right, yo, we're gonna do tryouts." I man say, "Tryouts? I don't do tryouts. What you talk about?" He said, "You want me, you don't." But I rock him.
You know, one day we need to take a look on the brother's CV, you know, because him chat a whole if your brother who give the impression like him win a whole heap of trophies.
PSG, they did win a lot of
Anybody
trophies.
can win trophy at PSG.
Inter Milan, I think he
Why
won.
him win a Scudetto, right? Didn't win a Champions
Scudetto.
League, right? Never won a Champions League. In fact,
No.
Jose Mourinho got rid of him for Eto.
For the Champions
did
League, yeah.
slow them down for winning a trophy. Champions League.
Yep.
And he was at AC Milan, of course. Definitely didn't win a Champions League at AC Milan. Probably won a few Scudettos, definitely. And then BM say, "Can't look on big baller talk about trials." Yo, all ballers go through them things. That time can't go sit down. Speaking of big ballers, Junior, Jamaica's Leon Bailey, our big baller. Jamaica's Leon Bailey was announced by AS Roma. Leon Bailey will take on the number 31 at Roma. Roma says Roma are delighted to announce the sign of Leon Bailey from Aston Villa. The winger joins the club on a loan with an option for a permanent move. Chippy, they are Italy, brother. Enough pasta thing right now. Junior, talk to me about this move, family.
Roma seems to be in the market for a winger. Heavy. And Leon Bailey definitely fits the bill. And I think with the talents that he has, he will do well in Italy, providing he can stay fit. He will do well in Italy. Now, Roma, we know Roma traditionally, that fan base is a very loyal, patient fan base. And I think Leon Bailey going to test that patience.
Big up to Luca Amici, Roma fan, Bridget.
Thank Sean. Sean said, if you're talking about big baller, all Leon Bailey name call, it show me after, brother.
You know what? At the end of the day, all right, it's a PS. I think Leon Bailey, PS, whatever after PS him still have left. I mean, I know he's getting up there, right? Will be beneficial to AS Roma and in the Scudetto.
Yes.
So as you say, it's the ability to stay. It's a need to stay healthy. The brother salt regarding the fitness issues and the injuries, and so this is something where we have to probably talk to the Craig Bullet Butler about regarding the fitness and how the baller get injured so much, because we don't know Bullet Butler is a man who's about fitness with them ballers them, so I don't know what's going on with Leon. And we know at Aston Villa the injury bug really plagued him, and hopefully he won't follow him over Roma, family.
Right.
But it's an option for a permanent move. So I think this season he's looking to just try to impress this club, go out and excel, score as many goals and set up as many goals as possible, become a fan favorite of Roma Football Club fans, and you know what? And then you make a permanent move, if possible.
Yeah, but yes. But I think hopefully, and is Gasparini still coaching them, So remember, Gasparini is a winger type coach. So
Wait, so Gasparini left Atalanta?
I think so, yeah.
I have to look up because a long time I know what.
Yeah, Gasparini appointment was made June 2025.
Okay, so Gasparini. Okay, so Gianno Piero Gasparini left Atalanta. Okay, I guess that race has run regarding his tenure at Atalanta. He does have some good players in that Roma group.
Yes.
You know, some players.
And they, they also have a deal for Sancho that Man U agreed to, but Sancho didn't. That Sancho said no hard thing.
Okay, so Sancho is not interested in going to Roma.
Right. I think Sancho is not interested in playing football, period. He want to get all the Man U money.
Oh, why not the contract run? Now, before we move on from this AS Roma thing, Paulo Dybala, who probably didn't live up to the ultimate talent. Now him get a supplier and Leon Bailey on the right wing. I mean, it should be nice to watch for Roma fans.
Sure. Yo, Dybala
at the Stadio Olimpico. I mean, at the Coliseum, the Rome fans should be waxing lyrically about the move. We remember when Jose Mourinho was there and they introduced Paulo Dybala and the amount of fans that turn up. I do expect some sort of big fanfare for Leon Bailey. I mean,
you remember Totti days?
Yes.
Francesco Totti.
Yes.
Daniel De Rossi. De Rossi that stayed there, came on when young De Rossi was there when Totti was firing. Then he took over as the captain. They had El Shaarawy there too, as a young El Shaarawy before he got AC Milan. Cafu have the greatest wing back highlight ever was Cafu in a Roma jersey and Empire. A Zenden?
I don't even remember.
I think a Zenden from Juventus. The youth from Czech Republic. Nedved.
Pavel Nedved.
2 times. What a pile. I get away from here.
Pavel Nedved was a baller in his own right. So a general was an absolute baller.
So when you see them do that, I let me say they are so that fan base is very dedicated, but then patient, and they have seen so many great things. And no, Leon Bailey is I think Leon Bailey is a good baller, and Leon Bailey is a Roma type baller. I think so. But it's Paulo Dybala, I'm not sure a word after. Because to me, Paulo Dybala and João Felix in the same bracket. A world of potential, bucket of failure. Madness. But hopefully Leon Bailey can find a stride there. I think Italy, the pace of the game in Italy suits him. He will be one of those live wires there. They don't tackle as hard in Italy, but they will bite you. And the defenders are good. But I think he will stay fit. They will bite you on.
What? Wait, say that again?
They don't tackle as hard in Italy.
Yeah.
Like they do in England. England, they will crunch. They will give some crunch.
They will what you?
They will bite you.
Is this Mike Tyson?
Well, you know what I mean by bite.
What is the world? Yo, Chippy, take the next plane and go my yard, brother. don't bother with the thing over there, so. Take the next plane and go my yard, brother.
Hey, BM says the buyout clause is 22 billion. Seems like Villa is desperate to get rid of him, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like with the Isaac, and just like with the Emeriche is a potential transfers. Aston Villa know the club that's the player is leaving. How does Aston Villa navigate the season without Leon Bailey? Granted, I mean we can say all the jokes we want to say, but he was a service level player for Unai Emery. What is going on with Unai Emery and Aston Villa? We saw Jacob Ramsey, I think, is out the door at Newcastle. Of course, Marcus Rashford loan move. Asensio, I think, also returned on his loan. What going on at Newcastle, Aston Villa?
Unai Emery have in his mind a type of player that he wants, and it looks like that's what he's going for. And you can't really blame him for that. And that also tells me that he's not satisfied with what they achieved last year, which, yes, you had the great moment against PSG in the Champions League, but then you bottled it in the end of the season and you don't make it back to the Champions League. So if you are Unai Emery, the question you have to ask is, this team that failed to qualify for the Champions League, are they good enough for me to take them in this year? And he clearly says no, they're not good enough. And I think we are judging Aston Villa from the standpoint of top 5 is not a potential for them. While Unai Emery is judging his squad based on we need to make it in the top 5. How can I make a top 5 team? So we would have been happy with Aston Villa falling 6, 7, 8. Unai Emery saying, no, I'm not a 6, 7, 8 coach. So he's making the gamble, getting rid of the players of value so that he can bring in some other players of value that fits his system. We'll see how it works out. Good luck to him.
Yeah. Good luck to Aston Villa. Before we move away from football news, we want to give a shout out to Yardy Ball launch the new women's sports magazine. The new women's sports magazine. Yardy Ball and Blue Sky has done a magnificent job covering women's football. All things reggae girls, all things women's football. So, football family, go to the new women's sports magazine.com, the women's new sports magazine.com. Check out the content. Leave a comment about it. He wrote about Ovelli. He's been writing about Kiki Van Zanten, reggae girl Kiki Van Zanten, and Nasty of the NWSL. Check out the new women's sports magazine.com. Yardy Ball has done an excellent job covering women's football, especially reggae girls. So, the new women's sports magazine.com. Check it out, family.
Big up Yardy Ball.
Yardy Ball, and also Yardy Ball and Blue Sky at Yardy Ball and Blue Sky, because he's doing some wonderful work. They're doing better than JFF when it comes to women's football coverage. Excellent coverage.
And he responds to messages and inquiries.
I seem like I'm gonna carry feelings from when.
I carry some dark feelings
right, well. Caribbean cricket update, family. Let's give the football family the sports fans an update of the cricket score, Junior, because this is how we do it. We are sports, sure, right? So we have to give people the update. Even though BM, well, there it goes. Chasing 168 to win. Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders are 66 for 2. 66 for 2. Chasing 168 to win. Antigua Barbuda Falcons made 168, and Trinidad and Tobago. So, the curry. What's the good food on Trinidad? The BX and shark. Look like
you know, said, hey, y'all better treat the people and take your card, you know.
Which one? The bake and what?
Which bake? Treat the people to eat. The bake and shark. You think of Virgin Islands are bake and shark of Barbados, right?
I thought bake and shark. Trinidad.
No, brother.
We are the #1 podcast in Trinidad and Tobago. No, Junior.
That's why you can't say some crap like that, man.
We are the #1 podcast. Big up to Venetia.
Trinidad,
Big up to Lasana,
Trinidad is
Larbert. Big up
doubles.
to... Yo, big up to the Trinidad and Tobago #1 goalkeeper been on ball chat. We are the #1 podcast in Faber Frana said doubles. He even take it
Faber Frana said doubles.
Trinidad, doubles
you
with
talk
curry chutney is a big thing at Trinidad.
That is doubles.
That
Yo.
is double. So you tell me say Trinidad not do bake and shark sandwich?
No.
I lie.
No.
Okay, bake and...
I said, Fabi Frana said shark is eaten in Trinidad too. Everybody eats shark, but Trinidad
Jamaica, Yardman no in a shark region. Yardman in
Stop tell lie. Stop tell lie. Jamaicans eat shark, aren't you?
Yardman in a shark business.
I mean by Yardman in a shark business. Yardman eats shark.
Yeah, so it says right here, AI overview said bake and shark is a popular Trinidad and Tobago Trinidadian street food consisting of fried flatbread, bake, and fried shark meat. We are going to carnival next year. Bake and shark. Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know, say me go carnival. Why? No, but too old for go carnival.
All right. We'll get you a younger representative to represent Balcha at BCN Sports. But
because if me go carnival, for one, me can't get caught on video and dance up there. We can't come back home. And then two, then the young girl, Benton, I don't want to tell my Bridget business, but my Bridget.
So BCN Sports still remains the number one sports show down in Trinidad podcast in Trinidad and Tobago, because finally there's someone on BCN Sports that knows the Trinidad and Tobago doubles, curry chutney, what is it? Curry, the garbanzo beans, and of course shark and bakes. Junior, what else? Track and field. Before we go to track and field news, we're going to get your thoughts on track and field in a few minutes. Any other football news we're keeping an eye on as we head into the weekend?
Watch the transfer market. But then Friday, big game. Friday is a big game, Benta.
What's going on Friday? Who will play Friday?
Chelsea and West Ham.
So you mentioned Rodrigo. What do you think will happen with him?
He's leaving. But where would he go? Now that you brought that up too. Now that you brought that up, Luis Diaz went to Bayern.
Mm-hmm.
And Bayern didn't inquire about Rodrigo, which is kind of...
We should make a bunch of agents that work across our teams.
I would think Rodrigo is a better prospect than Luis Diaz. Reportedly, Bayern Munich had an agreement they were circling Manchester United for Garnacho, and Garnacho turned down Bayern Munich and said he wanted Chelsea. Which world are we living in that a player turns down Bayern Munich to choose Chelsea? Chelsea is a big side and playing well, but which world do we live in? So that left wing position again for the next 2 weeks, watch out fight. But Fabi Frana said Monday is a big game. That is Newcastle versus Liverpool. Look, if Newcastle can't score against a 10-man Aston Villa,
yeah, man, Liverpool kick out that teeth, man. In fact, Newcastle going to get beaten just on general principle if you hold up the Isaac deal. They might get beaten. They might get 4. Newcastle might get 4 just on general principle. Arnold Slot. Hold on,
I'm going to take a call. Ball chat, greetings.
Hi, boss.
Fabi, what go on? Better than your family, right?
Yes, audio coming to bless our family.
Yeah, man, bless up. Yo, but Junior, me ask you in which world a player turned down Bayern over Chelsea?
Yes.
Bear in mind that the London lifestyle. Hold on, may I echo, right?
No, you're good.
Oh, the London lifestyle is what most players want. He doesn't want to leave England. Yeah,
Fabi.
I think it's better for him to stay in England. That's what he would believe. Because
Right.
going to Germany, then he wouldn't have known that Koeman would have gone to Al Nassr.
I think Bayern would have told him that. I think they would have told him that, just like they
But
tell
it's-
Lewis that Koeman was leaving.
It's a London lifestyle, man,
So all right.
over
So look,
Germany.
So look, we are reason right now. What will our reason? A quick reason. London lifestyle. Now, this is we all of we married and we cool and with this and we want to go to bed and happy. But we just keep it real for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Fabi, you see the girl in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Which lifestyle? you have Oktoberfest or go on a Germany. Yo, better you ever see the mixed black white woman in Germany?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not touching that one there.
But here's the thing, though, Junior. Here's the thing, Junior. I think he would have gotten a longer contract at Chelsea. Bear in mind, Chelsea gave some 6-year contracts, you know.
And a loan deal.
So I think he was looking for that time, that stability there. Because going to Bayern, you'd have probably get 3-4 years maybe.
Yeah,
But going to Chelsea,
yeah.
6-7 years for his age. Yeah, man.
I think him trying to spite Manu. I think that's what he's trying to do. And he wants to stay in
True,
the Premier League.
because I think he wants to play against Manu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
go
that's
with-
a part of it too.
God, go with him. I think so what do you think about the Rodrigo deal? Or the Rodrigo non-deal?
For who? Bayern?
Just for anybody. Because if Bayern would look at Garnacho, I must think that they must have called Real Madrid, and Real Madrid
Yeah,
must have
but
said
here's
no.
the thing. All right, so because of the European league, I think Madrid probably wouldn't want to send him to Bayern because they're like a direct threat in the European league.
True.
But besides that, the salary is what turns up a lot of people. If he was willing to take in the region of maybe 200, 210 thereabout, people would have buy him already. But
Yeah.
nobody no one pay them amount of 300 hard and but no one do that.
Yeah.
And
So
he
he's
needs to
staying
play now because next year is World Cup.
So do you think he stays or he goes?
Before the window closes,
Yeah.
for his own good, I hope he leaves. But for Madrid, I will keep him, and I'll tell you why I'll keep him. The injury that Madrid went through last year and have very little person to call upon, I wouldn't let him go.
But I agree. And I think his saving grace is the coach change. Because I don't know what went into his head when Carlo announced that he was leaving. Remember that same day or a couple of days after that, he came out and said he's tired of playing on the right wing. I prefer playing on the left wing. I'm tired of sacrificing my career, blah, 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 right? And he hasn't recovered since then.
But he has a point.
Even if he has a point, sometimes some points are not need to be said out in public, especially when the coach that plays you out of your favorite position is taking over as your national team coach. I would have never said that.
And that maybe was a little bit premature.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But whenever he plays on the left side for Madrid, he produces,
Yes, I agree.
And if you ask me, I don't see anything from Vinicius in a while.
I tell Benton long time, so Vinicius is overrated to me, but that is my thing. But then the other funny side is the player that he thinks he's better than playing on the wing is his fellow countryman. And again, you criticize the coach that went and coach your side. So where are we going with this?
But if he performs well, man, they can't deny him.
So you're bench Vinny.
Can't deny him if he performs well.
So you would bench Vinny.
There are 2 teams alone, not 2 teams. Maybe I would say 3, but I don't see him fitting City. Seriously, I don't see him fitting City.
Yeah, no.
He needs to go somewhere where he has to be expressive. And there are 2 teams I believe he would have fit. Arsenal and Liverpool. He needs to be expressive. There are room on both sides for him to play.
He's definitely an upgrade over Gakpo, and going on the left wing, he will be better going on the left wing than even better than Luis Diaz.
I'm better than Martinelli.
Oh, that goes without saying. I think Harry Maguire is better on the left wing than Martinelli. But City, it's an interesting point, because we see Jeremy Doku getting the chance to express himself, and he's expressing himself as a bug baller. You going to tell me Sir Rodrigo couldn't do better with those opportunities?
All right. Here's the thing. Wait. I think he would do well. I'm not saying this guy's a very good, intelligent baller.
Yeah.
But we realize with Doku, as it goes along, he's barely going to get games. I just think they don't have nobody else to put over that side, because Mamouche don't want to play over there.
Right, so then
he wants to play front.
Go get Rodrigo. Forget about Donnarumma. I'm gonna get Rodrigo.
But you can't forget about Donnarumma when it look like he's going Galatasaray.
But they just signed the PFA young
Trafford.
keeper. Yeah, and he got the award last year for PFA keeper award or something, like young keeper award or something like that. So
but I think Trafford is for future though. Donnarumma would have bring in European experience.
The future is no.
Donnarumma might have bring, but Donnarumma not old. How old is he? What, 26?
About that.
Yeah, about that.
I think
Yeah. I think people underestimate Trafford because he's very good with his feet. The youngster is actually 6'6".
So
yeah,
but
just a skinny 6'6".
Fabi.
Yeah.
Regarding Donnarumma, Luis Enrique is moving on because he needs somebody who can play with the ball at his feet. And Man City has a goalkeeper, Edison, and the system that they're playing, it's all about a goalie playing at the feet. So is Donnarumma really in the crosshair for City? Are they really interested in Donnarumma?
I think that is the scratch head part everybody look at.
Yeah. Because
he's not the greatest with his feet. However, I don't think over maybe the past 2 seasons, he hasn't made the mistakes that Edison made.
Yeah.
You get me? And as I said, I don't think Edison leaving probably because he's getting older. He's older than Donnarumma,
Yes.
Yeah, and he's just leaving because this is how Pep works.
Yeah.
Donnarumma come in, European experience, big, broad. You get me? So
yeah. Because actually, maybe they would change the way they play. There was a 60 million or somewhere in the vicinity an offer from Saudi League for him last year.
Yeah. And he didn't go.
So
but
Galatasaray pays well too, so
yeah. And Barcelona, not Barcelona. City can go and get Mark-Andre Ter Stegen off Barcelona hands.
Yeah. The man that the
But
Barcelona
he doesn't want to go anywhere.
no, he's fine.
I think Pep would be doing him a favor though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be doing him a favor.
He would be doing them a favor. Take off the wages,
Yeah.
leave up some space for them to register people. He would doing them some favor.
Before you go, Fabi, Isaac, Liverpool, does this get done?
Yeah. If it's going to get done,
Yeah.
my heart wanted to get done. But I don't think it's going to get done.
Okay. Why?
Because I mean Newcastle seems like they just dig the foot in the sand now, you know.
Okay.
Especially from the whole tweet that or the Instagram post he made last time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that kind of make it more difficult, especially now that Brentford rejected their offer they made.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Newcastle is not in a good position when it comes to incomings. Because everybody see the amount of money people want to buy Isaac for.
Yeah.
You haven't bought much persons, so they're saying you have some money.
Yeah. So
they're saying, man, you can afford to pay because you were about to put on 100 on Sesko.
yes.
So you must have some money.
Yes. So if it
So I
doesn't
don't
get
think-
done,
Yeah, go ahead.
if it doesn't get done, does Isaac sit out the season till January or sit out this part of the season till January? Because based on what go on with all these multiple messages, do you see a way back for him in that is 11 in this team?
He doesn't want. All right, bear in mind, Newcastle sent out a statement and said, whenever he's ready, he can come.
Yeah, but if I move like baby then, that big man things that.
But are the best player? What do you mean? Of course you got beg. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Every coach big. Listen, man. This is like personal experience. I've seen a lot of things. Coaches beg players to play.
Yeah.
It happens, and it's what probably arguably the best striker in the world at the moment. Of course, man.
Yeah.
Look how they played Villa the other day. If he was playing, he would have scored.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ilanga would have looked better.
Exactly, and what's his name would have looked better too.
Guard. Yeah.
God, yeah.
So, but if he according to him, there's no coming back.
Yeah.
That's what he said. But he needs to be playing because World Cup next year. And by the sound of the Swedish coach, him sound like him that call him up either way.
Yeah. Is there a
Probably
potential
probably
loan
happy
move
that
then? If there's not a permanent transfer?
No, they won't loan him.
They won't loan.
But it seems as if it's going close to the Osimhen situation in Napoli.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Osimhen wanted to go
Yeah.
to a top team. The money was going to be paid, but Napoli said it's not enough.
Yes.
And before, like the night before the window closes, he went to Galatasaray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
also,
don't be
and
surprised if
that's a good point
he
to
goes
come.
down that side.
Also bear in mind when the English Premier League transfer window closed, the European window is still open. I think for another week.
It's still open. Yes.
So
Yeah.
keep that in mind as well.
But and I'm glad you brought up Victor Osimhen because watching the situation playing out, it's almost gives some kind of eerie sort of similarities. You know, there was an impasse between Osimhen and Napoli, and Osimhen pretty much bullish said he will not return. Conte pretty much saying, brother, you don't have to worry about return. Me no want you. But Newcastle.
But you know what I don't understand with Benton?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Is that People kind of go at ease at neck, especially the media.
Yeah.
And that are the Newcastle former players them.
Yeah.
They go at him neck because they're saying the way he's going about doing it, that they don't like it and stuff like that. No, imagine if Isaac had gone the other way and said, all right, I'm going to train, I'm going to play. You think he would have gotten the move?
Right. No.
No.
You're right.
No, he wouldn't. They wouldn't even look at it. They would just push it to the side.
Yeah.
Especially if him score 2 goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't know what he was told in the off season and last year to get to here. So I think he was told they would have learned to leave.
The lady.
Yeah.
Some Steve Lair, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I think
like
they
you
had a
mentioned, Alan
conversation.
Shearer, for one, has been, of course, Newcastle old boy legend in that club, has been very vocal. He wrote an article about this whole Isaac situation, and he said, "Boy, yo." But the bottom line is that they seem to say, "Boy, the club bigger than any baller, including Isaac." Then if the club bigger than any baller, including Isaac, then let the man go. Take the 100 million or whatever you get and move on with your life.
But that's what I'm saying, Benton, that the way the fans and other pundits are deal with him. Mine, we have seen Manu tell Sancho, them tell people like left foot on a name.
Garnacho.
Spin like a gig all the time. Them tell Garnacho. Anthony. Them tell all of these guys, say, yo, don't come on the training ground. Train somewhere else. The club's telling these players who are contracted, don't come because we don't want to see you. We're trying to sell you. No, a player now decide that, listen, I am not coming to train. I don't want to play anymore. Sell me. And it'll create a ruckus.
Yeah, but
so the club should be okay trying to sell you and just isolate you.
No, but
when you decide, all right, I am going to isolate myself, it is a big thing.
I think there are more factors to the Isaac thing though, because race have a part to play with it, and I think nationality has a part to play with it as well. You don't see those
he's not from there,
right? He's not from there, and Shearer is Newcastle true and true, so he is going to side with the Newcastle faithful, and a lot of that happens in the media. And that's something that we have to be careful of. And even we as a show, believe it or not, we sit down and we talk about some strategies and how we want to approach certain things. There are certain information, especially coming on to Jamaican football, that we can release right now that, trust me, things will not going to be known for another international, for another 3 weeks. And we know already certain things. We have to be careful, but we're not trying to look for that hype. But these media, they are looking for that hype. They are looking for those clicks. They are looking for those likes. They are looking, so that they have to kind of play devil's advocate, for lack of better words, and kind of push the crowd a certain way. Because Isaac's story, like you rightfully said, is no different than what Manu was doing to Garnacho and what Manu did to Rashford. But look at how Anthony is being treated by the media. People forget about Anthony. When Anthony sit down, Real Betis sit down, and Real Betis say, look, we want you back in Anthony. But hear what? Manchester United playing hardball. We will wait until transfer day. That's what Real Betis said. We'll wait until transfer day for come bring you in. And man, you look for Real Betis and say, look, if you're not coming for him right now, don't bother come back transfer day. That's a harder line than Isaac and Newcastle. Newcastle can just simply just make the man walk. So they're painting him in such a bad light when obviously, based on what Isaac posted, but now stop saying, I think he has concrete proof that the club...
He doesn't want to put anybody under the bus.
Yeah, that is it. That is it.
Because this guy from Talksport, the former Crystal Palace director, what name, Simon Jones or something like that.
Yeah, Simon Johnson. Yeah.
Because he was saying that he should come out and name names.
Yes.
But no, that would be throwing somebody under the bus. And I don't think the person is at the club anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I believe. Whosoever they are the agreement with is no longer at the club.
Yeah,
That's why
sporting director
Newcastle can
probably
come out and say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they can come out and say, like, there was no agreement with any official.
Yeah.
Because the official is no longer there. Yeah, but listen, we have what? 11 more days or 12 more days until the window closes. And trust me, that the 12 more days is going to be interesting for Liverpool.
Yeah. Well,
because they need to sign a centre back. They need a winger and they need a forward.
Yeah.
Newcastle need a
especially
side.
knowing that Salah is going to leave.
Yeah.
For the African Cup.
African Cup. Yeah. Liverpool can do. Give Liverpool fans an early Christmas present and butter brews Newcastle Monday. I'll give them 6 and just beat them for
listen to me. If Liverpool lose, I feel no way. And let me tell you why. I think we're going to walk into a place where these guys are probably going to have button away from where the gate.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That game is probably going to be the blockbuster game for the weekend, second week.
Yes.
You really feel so?
Yeah, this Isaac situation. The people have hate Liverpool for it.
They hate Liverpool, and I think historically these two teams go close. Guys, didn't Klopp won that title when Origi scored at the death at Newcastle. There's a lot of vibes around them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
so
even the people them are lay weight and give them a solid 6. Just beat them up and say send Isaac general principle.
No, we want to beat them for ourselves first, you know. we want to beat them for ourselves.
Just make sure it's the security. Yeah, but be there to protect you once the game
done. It is going to be interesting.
Yes. Yeah, man.
And I think even what's his name might face some crowd bashing. Ekitike.
Yeah.
Because if he had gone, he was supposed to go Newcastle. And Liverpool tell him, say, listen, take Ekitike and give us Isaac. If you don't do that, we're going to take Ekitike and we're going to come after Isaac too.
Liverpool have moved like bad man, so can't bother with Newcastle
because that's what they did. They told Newcastle, take Ekitike and give us Isaac. What? And they said no.
Kind of bad man.
And they went ahead and bid for Ekitike. And we even bid less and get him.
Yeah, and then I get Isaac, and I forget about that.
You'll not trust me. If we get Isaac, right off the league.
Yeah.
But we need Mark Gay, though. We need a centre back.
Yeah. Gray, so Junior showed us a video where it looks like Gray seems to be on his farewell. Junior, what is it? Not a farewell?
Sure, no.
He's pulling his.
Because no, that they sell Eze. Yeah, they sell Eze to Arsenal.
Yes.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, if they allow the window to close and he's not sold, they're going to lose him for free.
Yeah.
And they don't want to lose him so free.
Yeah.
Imagine you get $0 compared to 35 mil.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose him for free. So I think he's going to leave before the window close.
Yeah. Because
I just think they don't have the backup as yet.
Yeah, BBC is reporting that both clubs held negotiations over a £35 million move.
Yeah, I think they spoke right after the charity shield.
Okay.
Or the community shield.
Okay.
But it's very difficult because now that Eze gone, they bid for a guy down by Leicester named El Canous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're trying to get him to replace Eze, but they need to replace Mark Gay.
Yeah, and that's the thing because they have so much ball. They have Wharton as well. Is now stuck. Wharton can't go anywhere.
Yeah, he can't leave anymore.
Yeah.
I think Manu wanted to try and get him.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, Junior, if Manu not going for him this year, they can forget about him next year.
Yeah, but we don't need him next year.
You would have probably need him next year, of course.
No, we need him now.
Next season.
You know, Mr. Something in our Manchester United WhatsApp group, and it sounded kind of insensitive, but I'm going to say it again. Kind of what Bruno tweak him hamstring or something.
It is insensitive, Junior. Those are the views of Junior and not BCN Sports.
Those are the views of a lot of Manchester United fans.
Well, take that over to Goldbridge. Our United stand.
Because
But Junior, I think that was one of the best business you guys did was to keep him.
No. My mother on the phone for you. 100 million flat up front. We're not talking installments. 100 million. This thing when people say transfers, and transfers are like 120 million. The teams that are getting 120 million this year, they probably get 60 million this year and then get 20 million for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Right. It's all installment. And those are the fine print that get hidden. Bruno was going to go for 100 million up front. That was a goalkeeper, another right back, and the striker and a midfielder. So,
but he chose not to go. I think they were ready to sell him. He chose not to go.
That's the problem. So these are the domino effects with these transfers, and that's why now if Guehi leaves Crystal Palace, it's the same thing now. A lot of teams lining up for Adam Wharton. A lot of teams were lining up for Baliba. And let's see what happened to Baliba. Brighton said, no can go next year. No, everybody start lining up for Baliba for next year.
No, so man, I think he might go Man U alone next year. Because the thing is, Brighton wants somebody else to bid for him, so they can have a bidding war, and then the highest bidder.
There won't even be a bidding war for him.
That.
No, trust me, Fabi, there won't be a bidding war for him. You see, next year this time, Real Madrid already got rid of Tuchemeni, Camavinga. They are going to need a replacement. And
But you can get Camavinga now.
No, I don't want Camavinga. But Real Madrid.
You can get Camavinga for 80 million euros,
I know, but me don't want Camavinga. But Baliba is a prototype. If you were to look and say, Javi Alonso, what is your prototypical midfielder? It's going to be Baliba from top to bottom. Yeah. So when Real Madrid come calling next year, after them get rid of Tuchel, get rid of
let me tell you what's going to happen next year, Junior.
Yeah.
So the bidding war will go on him, I tell you from now. But I think next year, if they come in for McAllister from Liverpool, that is a possibility. And then when that happens, Liverpool are going to probably bid for Baliba or Wharton.
McAllister?
Yeah. They were looking at him for this season.
How old is McAllister?
25? 25, 26? I think.
No, McAllister, 27. 26, yeah.
26 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right about the age of Xavi, when Xavi went.
Yeah, and then the thing is, he doesn't have injury record like that.
Yeah. I never thought a McAllister. Yeah, you're right.
They were looking at him for this season, but McAllister, no, I am fine where I'm at. Next year, however.
After the World
I
Cup.
expect it with Luka Modric.
Next year, yes.
I expect it with Luka Modric leaving that McAllister would have Real Madrid, but Real Madrid
That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah, Real Madrid just
That's
allow
what they
you
wanted
guys
to
to hold
do,
on
but
to him one more year.
he said he's not leaving.
Yeah,
But I think next year.
But Fabi, you have big teams. I have not want to be next level big team. When Real Madrid come for a ball, that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So, yeah, but he said he didn't. But he said he was okay now.
No, not from Liverpool. Not from Liverpool.
No, even from Liverpool. See them coming for Trent.
Trent, on a kind of usher Trent out.
Them coming for Trent. I tell you, me kind of disappointed. I never had a problem him leaving. I was just disappointed how it ended. That's what I wanted the club to get more money. Especially he's a academy player.
Yeah, but Trent is not attractive, and the reason why Real Madrid probably is one of the only teams in the world that would take a Trent. I think Barca would have taken him to, but Trent not play a Barca type ball.
Barca is his team, you know.
Yeah, but in terms of a wing back, like he struggled Tuesday defensively. I don't know if you watch the game, but I watch the game and
I watch the game.
He leaked couple times down the wing, and they could have scored against Real Madrid, and it would have been off Trent's side. So I am just still shocked. It's possible, but then they don't have a team. They don't need the Hollywood pass. They are built to just get the ball to the feet of Mbappe, get the ball to the feet of and to get out the way. So it is jury out on it.
Yes, family. This weekend, Man City versus Spurs, and of course Monday, Newcastle versus Liverpool, and of course other news. See? Fabi,
yeah. But go ahead.
No, go ahead, Fabi. Go
ahead, Fabi.
Oh no, with the City and Tottenham game, I am going to get up for that game because the Tottenham is not the Tottenham of last year. I'm impressed with Tottenham. Why? Because of the coach. I like Thomas Frank. I like Thomas Frank because he's very astute and put his team together defensively well. I like Tottenham team. Like I watched them through the preseason.
No, we're doing a watch along. 7:30. Saturday morning. Listen.
Yeah, man, up, man.
Listen. A one game alone. Our one team alone, Man City ready for play.
You watch them during the preseason?
Listen, I don't care about preseason. Only thing I care about in the preseason is injuries. And yes, Richardson scored a beautiful goal. And Kudus looked good. And yes, all right, hats off to them. Okay. Mr. Frank, you're stepping into the big boy territory now. And you're going to the Etihad versus
Junior, when last City beat Tottenham.
You see all of these things. I don't mean if I ask a question, ask Pep. Because Pep is already pissed off. And we know you can slap a bull on the ass one time. You try do it a second time. And Pep is already.
Remember beat City when time them stranded too.
But no, we get all of that. But trust me, I will be sitting there watching. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to say it. I'm telling you what I'm going to say by halftime. I told you so. I told you so.
All right.
Because Man City will run them off the field. Remember me tell you that. Thomas Frank, you know what Frank is? Frankfurter. Pepper go put him for the Barbie grill and burn him up.
Watch a counter-attacking game. Yeah.
Counter-attacking game?
With kudos. Watch a counter-attacking game. Yeah.
Kudos to him. Kudos to him and you for thinking about the song.
No, I mean, I expect a very good game because
You know?
one thing I noticed about the Wolves game with Man City on Saturday, Wolves had some opportunities, and Man City and Pep, well, Pep and Man City seems to be committed to Rico Lewis going into midfield, crowding the space. In fact, sometimes Rico Lewis even ends up almost like a number 10. And all you have to do, if the ball gets turned over, all you have to do is just blast it over on the left side and you're gone because Rico Lewis is nowhere to be found. So,
Benton, may I tell you, Benton, watch a counter-attacking game here. Remember me tell you.
How much of the one bets if not Ruben Diaz and John Stones partnering in defense?
No matter who a partner. No matter who
Akanji and Ake, Nathan Ake and Akanji, put the ball over
the
there.
two of them might leave, you can stay there.
well, Akanji
Everton,
done still, you know.
Ake.
Akanji done, you know. Him come like all bus right there. Him can't keep up with the run up and
Yeah,
down.
that's why they must sell him. They must sell him down at Galatasaray, right?
Yeah, man, him can't keep up with the run up and down. This is too much work,
As a matter of fact, City agreed with that Galatasaray already on the fee.
Yeah, man.
So-
So, and I think regarding Thomas Frank, excellent work at Brentford. This is a better squad with Spurs, so you expect Thomas Frank to step up a notch, another level. I expect this to be a good football game. One thing is the youth Rangers in that midfield is an absolute baller for Man City. Should be a very good ball game.
Hey, listen, if we didn't have Szoboszlai, I would have wanted him.
Youth is a baller.
Yeah.
It's an absolute baller.
I watch this man on AC Milan for the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Top baller.
Which also begs the question with, I don't know what going over AC Milan because I watched them and I was like, well, but that's another story for another time, you know. Because I don't know what going on AC Milan because how you let go this
AC
baller?
Milan get rid of Maldini, man, and they start go downhill.
Yeah, it's just one bag of foolishness. One bag of foolishness.
And I grew up watching AC Milan, you know.
Yeah. Before me have one of them almanac me have in my yard. I can't even. I have a nice shirt. I can't even take it out too tough. I can't even take it out too tough, Fabi. You know?
But the Chelsea team, though, because I'm expecting a lot from them this year, you know.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
we're going and listen, the American agenda, AC Milan, I understand you want to cater to the American audience, but there's something. Christian Pulisic is a workaholic, but I can't watch AC Milan too tough and listen to the Christian Pulisic celebration on every piece of commentary from the American commentators. I tired of that, Bridget.
I can't stand them. I
can't.
But-
And he's not even the best player on the field. And this brother, Rafael Leao, didn't forget Shandy Buckle.
But you know, on another note, though, Benton, Junior, I thought Man U would have tried to get Donnarumma, you know.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah,
Even
but
Chelsea, I think, should have tried for him.
Onana says he's not leaving, and that's stopping it.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, but you can't force
You
him
have
to
a contract.
leave. Yeah, you can't force him to leave.
So,
That's the problem.
let me
No,
ask you
but
this.
loan out the other one and bring in Donnarumma.
Yeah, look
No,
at the
but
other
then
one.
you guys split up the locker room.
The locker room already split up.
It's already split.
It's everybody else. Oh, no.
But I think Chelsea should have tried for Donnarumma. They need a
but
keeper.
isn't that the same problem again? Because doesn't Enzo Maresca, isn't that this? You're a coach, Fabi. Isn't this something that's prevalent in the football right now? Any local youth who play a goalkeeper need to know if learn, need to play with both feet. Because that seems to be the common trend.
Hey, but you know, the headache with that thing, because from Pep coming in and say, me keep up to play with them foot, everybody started them keep up to play with them foot.
Yeah. And newer,
You get what I mean?
Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, but the thing is, keeper needs to learn to keep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what he get paid for.
Yes.
Yeah. Me know what push up against the clock, you know. We know can talk all night. But something more this is what pissed me off with modern football. You don't realize most teams on the kickoff kick the ball, basically aiming for the corner flag to give a throw in to the other team deep in their own half. You know why they're doing that, right? To set up the press.
Put the team under immediate pressure.
No, because you're setting up your press. So it's an instant press. It's one of the most annoying things to me in football right now.
No, but here's what annoying. No, I understand, Junior, why they do it. Because here's the thing. Imagine remember back then, you know, what used to happen. When you kick off the ball, you go all the way back to your centre back.
Yes.
To go forward.
Yeah.
What's the sense in that?
The sense in that is that you're sending a team forward to set up. So your approach to the game is that it's in possession.
But Junior, I am not scoring on my team. I am scoring on the other side.
Yeah, but then the other team is already true. I agree with you, though. But and that kind of pushes back to when we watch some old Jamaican video. There was a video on post. Jamaica versus, was it El Salvador or Costa Rica when the post went on? And when we sit down and watch it, I'm going to say, wait, El Salvador. The 1-1 game. When we sit down and watch it, I say, wait a minute. I couldn't never visualize football playing the way it was played back then. When your back four was literally outside of your own 18-yard box and the ball there a half at the center circle going into the next half. There was no high line. The game was stretched. The team was stretched, while now the game is all compressed. And it just, maybe, I'm not a coach, and maybe a big coach, and Fabio, you can probably talk some sense to me. But if me see a team put the ball in my back corner flag, instantly, I am telling my fastest, most skilled player, stand up on the opposite side, right at the half line. Do not step over the half line until the ball kick. And my plan is, for my throwing, I want the ball kick diagonally to the opposite corner flag, go other way. I'm going to set up a foot race. And I am yet to see a team do that.
Here's the thing, Julia. Bear in mind, the keepers are no longer keeping on the line, you know. Once the line push up in the Junior, once your team go to press, you know.
Yeah.
Your keeper already midway his own half, you know.
I love that. I want that.
Any ball you kick over, you know, that is the reason they want keeper to learn to play with the feet.
But him can't catch it.
You become an extra outfielder.
True, but he cannot catch the ball though, right?
True, yeah. No, he can't catch the ball, but him can play with him foot, him can hit the ball.
No, back hit the ball. More on the ball go to the other, like literally aim for the corner flag. On the opposite side.
But what time you are gonna have to do that, Junior? We're talking about you have to make it realistic, you know.
That is true.
When you throw the ball, your man already in your face, you know.
That's true. That is the part where we negotiate now and figure out. And that's the side of football where we just it annoys me, brother, because I love to see individualism.
Here's the thing, there's a kickoff, cool?
Right.
Is PSG start this thing, you know, where they kick the ball in the corner, put you under immediate pressure.
Right.
So what Klopp have done with Liverpool back then, when the ball go all the way back to persons like Konate or the keeper, and I think Arsenal do it, they overload one side of the pitch. So for instance, the left side that they had gap on all of these guys.
Yeah. And
they launch a long ball over that side and try to win the second ball.
Right.
Yeah, they might not win the first, you know, but the aim is to win the second one. When they win the second one in the Junior, they are already in your final third, you know.
Right.
You are immediately defending on the back foot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the aim. So even if they lose the ball, it is still in an advantage position.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So they're trying to, as even if I lose the ball in your corner flag, immediately, in as much as you have a throw in, you have to be prepared to defend after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the reason to do that type of thing. But to get the ball and then play backward and then inviting pressure in your own half, nobody knows that as the game starts.
But it made the game kind of predictable to me now too. And it just sometimes the game don't get boring, Sometimes you don't now drop asleep because you know what's going to happen.
Well, I tell you who kind of want to change that. The Germans. I don't know if you were watching a game where they play against France, where they pretend as if they're going to kick it long, and the guy who pass out the ball from the middle, he will run, come back, take a touch to the midfielder, and then launch it over the back line.
Yes.
And that's what they did versus France when Wirtz had scored the goal.
Yeah.
So persons are finding different creative ways how they can beat from the first kickoff.
Which ironically, that is old school Germany. That's an old German machine. That's a pre-Klinsmann Germany style of play.
But you know what that guy had said? Because he was thinking of ways how he can change the game. They actually do this in some futsal, especially over here.
Yeah.
Once you have the ball in your own half and the keeper pass the ball to you, you cannot give him back.
Yeah.
You have to play forward.
You have to play it forward, yeah.
And the only way the keeper get back the ball, you have to cross the half line. So that is like a futsal rule where persons say, if we incorporate this, then the game will actually play more like in an attacking sense.
Yeah. I mean, last point on this, Inter had that style down until the Champions League final. And then Lucho just said, we're not going to allow this. They had the perfect press breakdown where they had the midfielders. They had the midfield. They had the centre backs went out to the wing backs. No, the centre backs went out to the wing backs. The midfielders came as a centre back. The wing backs were the ones that took over from the midfielder, and there was a way that the coach, we can't remember his name right now, had them set up where it always ended up that Inzaghi always had the midfielder getting the ball, always facing forward with multiple options going out. And
because they're better passers.
Right, your better passers were always in the middle and them get it. Man, you doing a little bit of that, when we see against Arsenal, which is why Cunha got away so easy because they've split the field wide open and left the middle wide, and buying the kudos to him, got the ball to the middle. And all the midfielder had to do was get a good turn, and it was in acres of land. So football has changed.
But but this thing happened a long time ago, But but it was in a different form. I think Inzaghi did it where he has all the midfielder become centre back in position.
Yes.
But I tell you, Schweinsteiger used to do it for Bayern Munich all the time.
Yeah.
He will become a left full back in possession.
And Barcelona did that with Mascherano when they turned Mascherano into a centre back.
Like teams do it all the time, but I think they only had one midfielder. Yeah. And then they will shoot two of the centre back to the right side. Mm-hmm. The Germans did it a lot. They used to do it often. Yeah. But the game has evolved, man.
Yeah, the game has evolved.
That's why no, you have to be a footballer. You can't go to games and say, Coach, boy, I left back my playing. I'm going to play right. No.
Yeah. You have to be a pure footballer. Yes. There's no more specialization.
Yeah, that's what Jamaica have to create now, man. Footballers.
That's a next week conversation, that because we have some things.
Bless up, family.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good work, family.
Yeah, man. Big up.
Big up. Junior, we have 5 deliveries left in this Corrigan cricket game. between Antigua Barbuda Falcons and Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders. They need 13 to win from 5 deliveries.
Well, after yesterday, well, anything can happen.
And actually, a while ago, the brother just licked 24 runs in a one over. They needed 30 something to win from, must see, 36 to win from 12 deliveries, and the brother, so now 13 from 4 deliveries. Time for Rugoma we had still, but we are watching the last part of this.
And big up Fabi, you know, cause Fabi know ball, you know.
Yeah, man, Coach Fabi
know ball. Yeah, cool, yeah. And that's very insightful information that a lot of people out there that listen to the show, them love the X's and O's conversation. So it's a well-needed conversation.
BM says, I'm hearing Damian Lowe is now in the Iraqi League. I think...
In Iraqi League, yeah.
I think something like that happened. We heard that today. Junior...
We need to link once.
Yeah, I've got link agent.
You know, we talked to him yesterday. I did not mention that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't mention it. We need to talk to the agent.
Okay, I need to talk to the agent, find out what's going on.
I put them on the war zone.
Well, you don't know. What it is now? 12 from 2.
It done.
13 from 2. No report. I think we heard the similar thing, BM, regarding Damian Lowe in Iraq, but we have got to do a bit of research to confirm the one there. Saturday again, Sunday when we do. No, Sunday when Junior do Ball Chat Weekly, he will come on and Junior will update.
Yeah, you know about Sunday. Yeah, Sunday we'll have more information. We're already on it, and we'll see if Cameroon will release some breaking news we'll have.
Yeah. All right, so 2 deliveries, 13 to win. Yeah, it's done. And that's it, 159. All right, so Antigua Barbuda Falcons defeated the mighty Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. This is good for the game and good for the CPL league. By the way, it's a brother. Well done, Antigua Barbuda Falcons. Curly Ambrose is celebrating like saying win a trophy.
I must celebrate, bro.
Yeah, but the Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders is one of the powerhouse, if not the powerhouse in the CPL T20. The bowler, this youth, I think, currently is celebrating because the growth and evolution of the bowler, Kian. What is our brother? I can't remember his name. Not a Shamar Springer, not? No, I can't. Yeah, man, Shamar Springer. Very happy from bowling. I think Ambrose is just excited to see Shamar Springer hold the line against big bad Kieran Pollard at the death. BM says, I didn't even know Iraq has a football league. Fabi said, Low love the Middle East football. Yeah, man, I'm here, man. Hey, next thing you know, Israel might have a football league, you know. Yo, we gotta take ourselves before cast. Yo, pack up his sound. Take ourselves. Yo, we gotta turn off the camera, we call certain people name.
Next thing we'll talk about the Russian league.
Next thing you know, we are here about by the way, alright, yeah. For Yard Ballers Sunday, we'll full update on some of the ballers them because we're in full effect. Come on, we're giving a fully loaded update.
Don't do it.
No, yeah, we don't say, we'll leave it alone. All right, family. I that we didn't touch track and field this week, but we'll touch it next week. Sherika Jackson back on the track. Big up yourself. Noah Lyles got beaten today by Oblique Seville. And of course Noah lost to Kishian Thompson. So Junior coming like it. All me ask about the Jamaican sprinters them. Don't win a look early warm races.
We don't care about till the final.
Yeah, we at the Olympic, we at the World Championship, we not say. Big up BM, weekend, big up BM. Michelle, big up yourself. Fabi, big up yourself. Big up to all the people on Facebook. Big up everyone. Make sure to subscribe. Tell a friend about BCN Sports, not Balcha, BCN Sports.
We are 12 subscribers away on YouTube. 12.
Yeah,
12,
Junior 12. Keeping us updated. Saturday again, family, 7:25 a.m. Big Premier League match. Spurs versus Man City. Watch along. Early warm. Get a cup of coffee and we'll kick it off. All right. Connect with us on BCN Sports on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast or BCN. We need to get a BCN handle for Instagram, and we're on Blue Sky at BCN Ball Chat Podcast. Check out the woman. Let me get the handle up again. Check out the new women's sports magazine.com. The new women's sports magazine.com for all things women's football. Check it out. Big up to Yardi Ball. Check out Yardi, YARDIE BALL at Blue Sky, on Blue Sky. Wall-to-wall coverage of all things Jamaican women's football and CONCACAF women's football.